open this terminal for you if you're using Windows. Remember, I can pull it up, bring it down, there's no problem with that one. So we have npm run development. Okay, right click here, copy. Just right click is already copy. Go to your favorite browser. I want to use them all here. This is our project, this is this one, put it here, press enter. Oh, this is neat. Just type here localhost 5173. Why this one crash? So you guys are there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is my project. The first thing I wanted to start with, I want to add loading. Once I click on this one, it's just white. I want something to be loading to show like this application is loading. Okay, I don't want it to be white screen before it bring this one. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so we go to this website, loading.io. Let's go and customize for us a nice one. Which one do you like? Okay, here we come. Here there is free and there is the one you need to pay, so you are going to use the free version. Okay, me I prefer maybe this one. Yeah, this one is good. You see this one? Are you there, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We are
sir.
here.
Yeah, let
Seats.
me first share this with you. Let me go and put in the WhatsApp so that the rest of people can see. Loading component. Just loading icons. I'm going to customize for you from here, the nice one. So without wasting time, let's jump in. So here we are. So here you have so many options. So you can change the color here if you know the type of the color you're using. Like the green we have been using is what we need to apply there. So let's see this green. How can we get the hex code for that one? I think if you go to header, footer, helping navigation. Okay, navigation. Let's try navigation. We'll be using green. Green 600 here. So let's say we do just like this. Here it's not a big deal. Here is a hex code color. We are in green. This one. Okay, this one. Okay, so you copy this hex code and then you save somewhere, or just it's fine. What you will download here is just going to be good also. So you have the background palette, you don't need to use that one before. So you see everything here. If you want to increase the height, you see from 12 you can increase. You see how you increase the height, you can reduce even up to here based on what you want. Okay, and feel free to go with others like this one. This one is also good. Go with this one. Just feel free. The first two line here, they are all for free. Pick the one you want. If you want like the one of or TikTok, you can use it. If you want this one, feel free. But me, I'm going with this one. The first one here is good for me, so I have to return back my color here, and then I will customize like the speed. If I want the speed to be very faster, I can increase here. You see, faster. If I want to make it slowly, it will be going like this, which I'm okay with it. If you want transparency, fine. You don't need background then. So I will just go to SVG. Okay, I will just go to animated. Don't use static, use animated. I will just click here on animated, and I will wait. It's going to load. Then here you have free download. Click here on free download. Click on this download. Okay, it's already there. You can see from here. Good. Now I will go where I've downloaded this one. Wait a moment. Okay, so we are there. Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so I will go to my download folder.
Yes.
Download folder. This is what I've just downloaded. I'll copy. I'll go back to my web application folder here. Source. I will go to assets. I will go and paste this one there in the asset. I will rename it maybe to make it easier for me to remember. I'll just call this one loader. Full stop. Okay. Then I have to go and create a component for that loader itself. So here I will add this component here. I'll just call it loader.jsx. Okay. So I'll make refce to make a React functional component with export like this to generate for me this bullet code, so I don't need to write them step by step. So here I will have image. I'll have image. Then down the image, I prefer to put the h1 text here, which say something like loading, and then triple dot 1 2 3, something like this. And then I have to bring this image here, so I have to import it up here. Import. I call this one loading from dash dash this double dot, sorry, not the double dot, and then forward slash will take me back one step. Also, I will be in the same folder, and I will take my asset, and in the asset I will pick my loading. I will look where is the loading. L, about us, company, homepage, React security, about. Okay, I'll have to scroll down a little bit until loading. So it seems not to be appear there. Loading. Okay, LO. So there is problem. Let me first see the real name. So I have to be careful about the naming process. So let me go to my asset. In the asset we have security, React, Mozilla, homepage. Maybe I put it in the company logo. Okay, let me first check it from here. Here we have this one, component assets, asset nothing. Okay, paste again. So this is what we have. Let's call this one loader. Do you want to link a spanner to this one? Yes. So we have loader 2. Where is one? Anyway, we have this one here, loader, and then this one. I don't think where is the problem coming from. So there we go, source, assets, and then we need to have loader. It's not showing. Let me reopen my VS Code once more. So let me allow one person joining. So welcome, bro. So here we have this one. I have to run this one more by pressing on npm. Okay, let me exit this one. Okay, Visual Code Studio is updating here. So we have to reopen once more. So we have a loader, and then we want to bring this image here. So for those who are coming now, okay, we have nothing new. We just create a component. Within that component we type like this rexe react functional component with the export, so that we can have this javascript bullet code written for us without wasting time. Then we downloaded the loading component image, okay, from this website here, loading.io. I prefer this one. Then we are trying to implement to our website. When someone just click the link, it has to show the loading. That's the mission here. So let's see, this one is still updating and configuring. Let me try loading this one. Control J. So it's loading. I think now you have a lot of extension. It has to load them all once, then it will be active. So it's somehow there. npm run def, no, npm run def, like this. Press enter, Control J, rfce, like this. Press like this. We'll have this one. Then here we need two options, two element, HTML element. One is the image. That image will handle what we downloaded from there, image, like this. And then down we will have a text. I can either use h1 or span or everything that can handle the text, is no problem. I will put the option here, loading. Okay, then I'll put this triple dot here. Now like this, everything seems to be okay. Now let's import the image. Import loader from // assets, like this, slash loader is not showing again, loader dot svg. SVG stand for scalar graphic, vector graphic. So let's see here, there is problem. The loader is declared but its value has never been used, but there is one problem still, because it must show up here in the assets. So if it is in the logo, let's see, it's not there. It is in the news, no, it has to be outside here. So let's go and give different name and see. Maybe the naming conventional is not working well. So let's go here again. We have it here in the source assets. Then we're having loader here. I don't understand why even when I click on this one, there's nothing else, only done this one here loading. That's what we are trying to add to our website. So let's say we rename it to something else. Rename to X loading, enter. So let it be at the end there. So let's get back to Visual Code and use it from there. So it's not showing, but good, we just put here X, just exact what we have, and then we'll try to figure out. Let's add this one here. So whenever you import something, it becomes like a variable. Okay, you want to use them inside the code, just copy the name here and put it there. So I'll just put the name inside this one. In case the email doesn't exist, I can just say here X loader, so that we'll see what's happening. So this loader, it's supposed to be put in the first page. When you just click on the link, it has to load for you. So we're going to do something like this. First of all, let's open this one. There's two ways, this side, and our website should be running this side, the window, right, this one back here. So you can see my two double screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So
Yes, sir.
our mission is when we click on the link, okay, we don't want this white space. We need our website to be loading here, showing it's loading, so we have the confidence. Okay, that's the mission here. So now let's go and activate that one. How do you go about it? So here, okay, we are not in any type of this one or screen. Good. So first of all, let's use this one inside inside our main application, the main here, main.jsx. So here you can see there is only not main, sorry, in the app. You need to use it in the app, app.jsx. Good, this one. So here you can see we have this browser router and it has been closed here. We have no any other thing. So let's do like this. We are going to convert this into JSX template by adding this React fragment here, this one, and then we put this one at the end. I can just press my shift down, put this one there. Let's first put loader here and see loader like this. Let's import loader on top like this, and then let's refresh. Good, now it's complaining this image here doesn't exist, import does not exist. Let's solve that issue of image. Why is it not showing? If we don't, it will disturb us. So let's go again back here. This time we're going to put it inside news. Okay, put it into a different, because loader is not showing in the asset, but it is show outside here X loading. So let's X this one out, put it using the news images, and then let's see what will be the next issue there. Good. Now let's see in our asset news, it is not showing. Okay, let's try close everything. Okay, let's see whether it's falling in or out. So we have nothing here showing loader the svg. Should we change the name, rename to let's go to this one, news. X, copy this one, bring it outside, one into company logo. Let's see, now we have 3 of them. Next we check news, it's not there. Company logo, XXX, not there. Home page is not there. I think should I first close my VS Code and then I want to relocate it, because maybe it won't apply then to cloud service. Let me first bring it to my download and then relocate my file there. Okay, moving one item from desktop to download to 0% complete. Let's see. We are almost there. 99. Web application or something. Current item is working. Is it because it is running? Oh, let's close this one. Close this. Try again. Okay, I've relocated this one there. Now let me go to my desktop, download, it's called web app, this one. Let me open with the Visual Code Studio. Let's verify. We have assets. Yes, now it's reading XX here, because it want to upload them to cloud computing, because I have the account linking everything from desktop to cloud computing. Good. So now we can go back, Ctrl+J. You guys are following, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So here we go back to npm run dev, then we go back to our loader component. Loader, for those who just join, there's nothing big deal here. Okay, let's go loader L, localhost navigation. Even the folder doesn't exist. How footer helping. Okay, not a big deal. Loader .jsx. So it's a new file we just created, the rfce, like this. Then let's have 2 elements, that is image element, and then we have the span to help us hold the text. The text is loading like this, triple dot like this. Next we have to import it on top here. Import, I can call it loader loading. Oh, 2 same name is not going to work. Its function name is called loader already, so if you put the same name, it will give you this error. So let's say here x loader, just to make sure the name are not going to have conflict from. Then here I can say double dot, then I'm going to asset slash, and you see this xx almost everywhere. So now we have that one here. Then we can use here x loader like this. If the image doesn't exist, it is going to show this x loader like this. So now let me go back and open my browser and then check the result on the screen, because the first mission, okay, it's loading. Our first mission is to link them together. Okay, so now if you see here, nothing happened, you don't see that one, fine. Let's go to our app.jsx app here. In the app, this is where we will write the logic here. So we can put our React fragment down here, because we have two things. So this fragment here, that means you can have so many multiple diff, even if they don't follow the instruction, they can sit okay, they will not throw any error. Okay, and then we can put our loader here and see whether it could work or not. So this loader need to be import, it's coming from the component. So here you can see clearly we have this loader here on top and it's loading. Okay, so let's try to work on it. So if you go back here, you can see we have this loading here happening, and let's first of all try to do something about it. Let's first of all say we are going to use a flex cm. We're going to say flex items should be in the center like this, and then next we need to reduce the size of this image. We can put our cm here, we can just reduce the width, and we can put in pixels. Maybe the width should be 100, let's see, 100 pixels should look like how. Save. Yeah, I'm okay with this one. Then this one here is span cm, text cm, I can say font dash bold. Okay, I'm just okay with this one. Then I want them to be in the middle, so to do that one we need one more div, so we can put one more div on top here. So let's go div like this. Then we can say something like we want it to take the whole screen, so we can have maybe a special class, or we just first go for solar height should be full. Let's see, height full is not working good. Then let's just say first of all flex items should be in the center. Let's see, okay, and then height, let's pass it by force here. Height should be 100 vh. Let's see, good, it's taking the full screen and it's in the center. And then let's say flex center, flex dash center, wait, flex in flex property. Okay, yes, flex, we don't double flex. Have display flex align item center. Let's try text dash center. Okay, I think the height is just okay, and then the only thing is just to do this on center. Let's try margin auto. Okay, flex center width 100%, w should be full, height should be full. I'm opposite. Okay, yes, here fine. Let's use our css. Let's give here a loader, that's all. Then let's take this class, take it to our css and add those lines there. Here v. Don't put it down the media query, it has to be just on top here. Put dot there is because it's having a class. Paste the name is loader, then specify everything here. First of all, we are going to say display flex. Okay, this one display flex is equivalent to flex. Okay, align items, align item should be center like this. Good. We are going to say height should be 100 vh, view height, and then width also going to be 100 vw. Okay, so we have display flex, align set flex, align items, it's going to be center. I think this will be a game changer. Center. And then what else? Display flex, flex direction, column flex center, height vh, flex center. Okay, let's see the diff we are talking about it. First of all, sometimes it's important to know the nature, so we are here about this one. Okay, we first display in the center to make them two. Again, we change the direction. Let's go justify content center. That's the only thing we failed to add. So meaning if you want to use this one, is only fine, it's also fine just from here, but we are going to use this one. Just add here justify content center like this, and then save. Imagine this one will go immediately in the center, meaning if you want to use it with only few lines there, this is traditional CSS. Okay, this one you put a lot of classes. This is how many lines, from 9 up to 15, a lot. If you want to use it in our Tailwind way, the way how we use Tailwind, it's going to be very easy. So let's remove this class loader just out. If you remove that class, nothing will be applied here, you see. So we just say first of all flex, justify center by putting this like this, it's already in the center. Then height, height dash full like this, and then width dash full. So we'll have this issue with the height and this one. So if you see here, height full here means height is going to be 100%. So because 100% is not logic for that case, then we can just pass here 100 vh and c. You see, everything just goes well. And then next, for the width full here is excellent, perfect, because the 100% of the width. Okay, but if you add the vh or vw, it's almost the same, but it works in some scenario, it works there. So this is how we can just position this one. Here we are only dealing with the CSS, we did not add any JavaScript syntax still. So to add the JavaScript syntax, we don't want them to be on top of the other. You see this one now just on top and then this one down. Even if you do like this, it's going to be white still. After some time, when this one appear, that means everything is already loaded down. So we don't want this way. This way is not the best idea. So we need to go to our app.jsx here. This is where we can apply the logic. So here we are going to learn something about states. You guys learn state when we are doing with this one, the menu. Last time, click the menu, open and close. So we just add our state here. Okay, so we can give it a name of two variables. One can change, one can remain as the variable. So let's give them that special name. What can we do about this one? Let's say here load. Okay, set the second letter start with a capital letter. If you put small letter it will work, but it's not a big deal. Also set load. Okay, or even you can call loading even to make your English good and understanding. So make this one loading. You are going to set the loading. So here you're going to is equal to use state like this. So you first put initially false like this. Okay, then we are going to do like this. If it's loading, okay, you're going to make a condition here. This is called ternary operation, whereby you have two conditions. When it is yes, let this one be. When it is false, let it be. So the same scenario like last time, we put here, if it is loading, we put question mark. Okay, I need only this loader to be shown on the screen like this. If it is not the case of otherwise, we put this double colon, then we return the whole this browser here, browser router here. We can return this one as a condition after this one here, and then we can do this one like this. So now initially it is false. Yes, you cannot see the loader here on the screen because it is false. Assuming I choose send this one to true like this, what will happen? You see this one come and occupy its place. So by default it's going to be false because we're not going to make our screen loading this on the whole of the life of this website, because otherwise you cannot see anything. And remember, when this one used to be true, we don't see the rest of the thing. Now let's say this one is now equal to true, and what happened here? You will not see any content. I cannot even scroll top or down. I only see this one. The rest disappear because this one is set by default to be true. Even in 10,000 years, it's just going to be like we will not see what's behind. So we need a condition. That's why by default it's going to be normal to its place. It's going to be false. Then we need to write a condition under a use effect. A use effect is a hook state in a React JavaScript. It enables us to see how many times is the component going to be run and how often it will be continue running. So let's try it out. So you are going to type the function like use effect like this. So it has a function there that returns something. Then down here in the closing of the curly brace, you can add dependency array. Dependency array here meaning if you want this one to change after any changes happen, assume you have a variable there loading. Once you put this one here, no matter what happened to this loading, if the value changes or whatever, all the values here changes. So by default it is empty. So if you have something to change, we do this one like when we are updating something, when the ID exists. So this one refresh and rerun. Okay, so this is what we are going to do here. We are going to say, okay, when a use effect here is going to run immediately when our application is click, like when you just click on www. This one, the first thing, the use effect is going to generate everything, the first to load. So when it's loading, we'll give a condition there. So okay, first of all, we are going to use a timeout function, because we'll give a specific time. Sometimes your website will load very fast, but due to the condition of the second or the minute you put, it has to wait until that one happens. So we're going to use this one here like, okay, initially once the application start running, okay, once someone just click here, okay, it's going to be true. We are going to say here set loading to true. That's the first thing we can do. As long as we start loading our application like this, it's going to be true. Now it's going to load infinity, it's not going to stop. Then to make this one not continue loading, so we have option to do. What is that? We need to have a set time. Okay, set time out is a function. So it's the same function like this, return what we can do here about it. And then down here it takes the number of the second we want this one to happen. So we are going to put the second in millisecond. 1000 millisecond is equal to 1 second only. So if we want this one to stop in less than 5 seconds, then we can maybe use 4. So for our case maximum, we are going to say 5 seconds. 5 seconds is going to be 5000 millisecond. Then what will happen after this timeout? We'll set this one to false. I'll bring it inside here and set it to false like this, false. Now if I save, and now if I load it, we are going to say 5 seconds. Is it going to continue loading or not? You see, automatic, it load in 5 seconds. When the 5 seconds arrive, then it stop again. You see, now it will not disturb. This is how we can implement this one. And let's try in so many screen now. Let's try in the big screen. Is it center? Yes, it's loading. Good. Let's try our Control Shift I. Let's go to some screen. Let's start with the phone. Control R. Okay, it's loading. Good. Control R. Alright, let's try in the iPad. You see, everything is well in the center and it's loading very perfect. So anyone wanted to ask question here? Hello? Hello guys. Nobody's talking. Let me hope the explanation is well. Very good, Brandon. How about Isaac and Callistus? Isaac. Okay. Good, Callistus. Isaac, are you there? Are you with us? Anyway, we can still proceed. So we are dealing with a front end always. Okay, good. Then we go to what next is the form, because we are going to send data back to our back end and make the communication. Let's see what we can do about this one. So here, first of all, we'll have this one. Okay, let's do this one. Register. First of all, we need to register. If you are the owner of this website, we need to make a plan. Like if you want to go and post, okay, or you want to visit the database, you must log in with your email and the password. Je vais t'appeler après, c'est bon? Okay, so if you are oh, the time is showing us okay, let me see. We have 15 minutes. Good, 15 minutes is fine. So assuming you are the owner of this website and you want to log in into your dashboard so that nobody will have access to your information, you should have password and the email so that you can log in. So we need to make the use of this register first of all. So let's go and make the use of register. So we have a register already there. Just remove register component. So let's see, do we have register component? No. Go here, click on the file, make register like this, load JSX refce. Let's put here a register just to demonstrate on the screen. Then we go to app.js here, because we have the option, like if you go to route like this with a path slash register, should have the element register, but we need to import it on top there. So it's coming from register there inside component. So let's see this component in a real action. Do we have access to it or no? So let's say here we go, this is our register. Once we click here, we get this register. So we have our header already there, and we have our footer, so we don't need to reveal a wheel again to create those things. Since they are already existed there, we are just going to call them on top and we proceed with our building. So we have register. It register here. Just before everything, I will just bring my two things. So the first one is going to be header or navigation, I think. Yeah, navigation. Then it will have a footer like this. That's all. Then here I will put this div here. This is where I will start building my register. Yeah, so here we go back and see how easy we are going to reuse what we have already. So you can see here, if I go to register, click register, I have already the footer and the navbar. I don't want to worry about it. If I even try to see everything is just working perfect. So for this case, we are just going to implement the form for registration. Okay, so we go here. We have this registration. First of all, we can have the width, okay, of 10 out of 12, not 13, maximum 12. Margin should be automatic, okay, and then the py property, that is padding top and bottom, should be 8, okay. Then within here I can put the form for registration. So up to here, anyone is still doubting, if then open your microphone, tell me, I will guide you through. Next, we are going to have the inputs. I like putting them in a div, okay. So in this first div, first of all, if you want to register a person, so what are we supposed to put? First of all, we need one is his username, that is first name and last name, or some people just register a person with his first name and the last, or just simple username. So for us, we are going to do first name and the last name, okay. Next, we need his email. Then we need password 2 times. He need to write a password twice. Then we have that button to submit. Then if you want to log in a person, we need only email and password. So we need to create these 2 pages very fast. So here we go. Inside this one, we are going to have our form, everything here. Let's start with the first name and the last name. So we can say, okay, we are going to have first name, that's input. First of all, that means we need to use a label. First of all, a label here just is a outside screen. So this one is going to be for the first name. Then it's going to be just type there first name, simple. Then down here we shall have input for that one. So it's going to be a type of text. It has a placeholder, okay, of first name like this, and then we can duplicate this one. Yes, so if you want them how many, let me say this one like this, you can put it inside one big div. Sorry, one big div like this. You can put here 1, 2. The second one is going to be for last name. So here I will change this one to last name. Someone is trying to join us, and then let me go and see. You are welcome, sister. So here we're still not far. We are building the registration file. Let's go here, and then let's put our this one. So here we have this first name and the last name. So let's see how we can deal with this one. First of all, we have the label here, okay. Then we can say we have this for first name, here is for the last name. This for here, it act, okay. Let me first try to style this one. Let's also go to this div here. This is the first div here for this, and then for this one. Let's first of all make everything into the row. and then we can change the flex direction to column. That's a flex col like this, and then after putting this one like this, we go for all our label. First of all, here we can have cn, that's class name. First of all, we can change the font to bold, and then text size we can make it large, that's LG. It's okay like this. If you want to make the text a little bit gray, then we can make here text dash gray dash 300. No, that one is too small. Let's go with 500 is okay. Yeah, this one is fine. Then let's deal with the input. So in the input place, just go after placeholder, press down your label key here like this, make cn, that's class name. Then you can say first of all, you need a padding of 2 everywhere, and then we have a border like this dash 2, that is no 1, and then the color of the border dash gray dash 300. Let's see, 300 is not visible. Border 1, border gray. Okay, let's say 500 and see, it doesn't appear. That means we have some conflict somewhere with the border here. Okay, border 1 maybe doesn't exist. Let's go border 2. Okay, 2 exists. Then you can reduce this one from 5 to 300. Maybe this is going to be possible. Yeah, like this is good. And then that means the same border must be applied to this input up here. Class name border 2. So just put here 2 and then change this on cylinder. Fine, now we have the 2. Then we need to give them a margin. Okay, you can just give them a margin. No, yeah, okay. Make sure you put your cursor at the end so that doesn't show you any problem like this. So let's also my means margin top and bottom of 2. Let's see, yeah, like this. Now we have for the first name, last name, we have email and 2 repeated passwords. So first of all, if you put it like this, they're just sitting on top of each other, and then this one, once you click on them, it become black. I don't want this black line here. Once you click, this is the default behavior. We can remove it out. So to remove this one out, okay, to remove it out, just go here, make outline none, press down here and there, make outline dash none like this, press enter. Now you see that default behavior black button border has just gone. So this is the first thing you can have. So next we can have 1 2 3. Let's copy this one and repaste it. Where's the div is here. Copy this div. First of all, click on the div so that you can see the close of it. So the close is down here, so I'll highlight up to there, copy this one, go down, paste it here. This one is going to be for email. I put email, first letter capital. I have email. Then after that email, the type is not going to be text, it's going to be email like this. And then next we can have for password and repeated password. Good. So we go down one step here. This will be for password. Then the last one will be for repeated password. repeat password, like this. So this is what we will have, and then we need to make sure it's at least two, and then one last, and then plus button. So you can add one more for button. So down this one we will paste here. Then we don't do anything, flex column, this one all we don't want. Shall just replace everything here with our button like this, so it has the word submit, no, create. There's a create account. So for this button, small b, it's not capital B. So let's see, it's loading, it's coming. For the girl who just came, the part of that one is already there for loading. We have implement this nice loading here. It's already recorded down in the video how we put that on. So here in the button, let's start with the, first of all, change the background. Yeah. Or if you have our background already, or our, not background, our text property for the button, we'll just go and use the class. So here, let's go. We have first of all bg of green dash 500, that's the first, and then text should be white. The reason why I'm typing everything, because you guys are new, so you can just get used to. Then we have p of 2, then it has to be rounded, dash md, the sharp corner, like this. Our text should be bold, so we can make font dash bold. Okay, so when we hover on this one, you can say here hover dash, we can change the background bg dash to green, but this time it will go to 700. So let's see, you see, once I bring here the hover, this color changes. Then next, this button have a type of submit, so you can type here type dash submit, like this. That means when I click like this, it will submit this one into the backend to save them into database so that the person can be registered. Okay, so now let's see how we can categorize them here. So we have everything 1 2 3. If you say 2 2 2 2 2 2 is fine. So let's see, by saying column is equal to 2, let's see our div, will it work or not. This one is good with the mobile screen already. You make Control Shift plus I here, you see it's very perfect and very ready to be used with the remain one thing, that's margin top and bottom for the button. Even we go to the button here, button class name. Okay, good. You can say here margin y of 2 space. Yeah, like this, everything is very balanced. So we see how we can use it on the mobile phone. Let's go to iPhone. So in the iPhone, this is what we have in the registration page. Maybe on the top of the form here where we have everything, we can put our H1 here, register. We just use dot create an account, create an account, like this. And then this one, you can try to position it in a very nice way. First use the UI property of 8, but it has to be inside a class name. So cm, press this one there, save. Oh, p8 is too big, let's use 4. Okay, let's say text should be xl, and then maybe you can make it center. I say text dash center, let's make it uppercase, Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's add 2 here in front of XL. Yeah, I'm fine with this one. With the phone it has no any problem. Okay, so our mission is to deal with the medium screen. So if you see here, we have this one started here. So let's try this one. Let's try to use this one as a grid. Let's say this will be grid, and then we don't need to customize the mobile screen. We just go to MD direct. From MD, let's try to grid everything by 2 and say grid dash calls dash 2. Here it will not change because we are in mobile phone and it is default. So let's go and see from here, and then let's see. Yeah, something is closer coming. Okay, but let's use gap here, a gap to separate them, a gap of 4. Yes, and then we have our button there. Very good. So someone is still having problem up to this level? Hello? Then on top of this one here, okay, we need to put a text there so that it can balance. So that text will be it will be like this. Shall have a button on top of the button here. You can have here, you need to agree for the condition first of all. So we can have input. Let's say we have this input. Type is going to be checkbox. Checkbox. Let's see. Okay, it has a, it will have a class name py or my. Okay, my of 2. Now everything is well balanced. Then this checkbox, we shall make it condition. If you don't check it, this one, it will not work. So maybe you can add a text. So to add text within this one, then we need to have a div that can handle both of them. So add here one more div, and then within this div we can have this one here, this checkbox, and down the checkbox we can have a p tag which will say I have agreed on terms and conditions, like this, which is good. Then we can just go to this div and try to flex it. They will be in the same line, and then we can make all the items in the center. Okay, then from this checkbox, because it has already it has a class there, I can just say margin from the left should be 2. Now if I do like this, the space will be created there, but let me see, there is problem, it's not showing. Margin left is 2. No, it's supposed to be right, not left, because the P is in the right. If I do like this, you see there's a space created there. So here I think nobody have problem. Okay, anyone have problem? So let's wait. Talk. Yes, talk. Yes, Al Kunut, you can talk.
Good afternoon, sir. I joined the class late earlier, so I don't know. Um, we were on the register part. Is it the back end or because I don't understand? We have already done that part before. Are we redoing it?
You came late. We are doing registration page. It's not the same thing we did last time. This is
Okay.
okay. When you click here, you are in the home page, right? Last time we created form here.
Okay.
Here it was a contact form. So if
Okay.
you go to register now, you click on register. We have implement this one. How you can register person with his first name, last name, email, password, repeated password, and then you create a user. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then we are going to put a login page. After that one, I think by next week we are going to start backend already. We are going to start writing a source code for backend. It will take us two lecture like this. Then we will start integrating that backend with this front end to see all the application running live. Okay.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So this is what we just create a contact page. Now we need to add one statement down here. If you have already an account, click this one so it can take you to uh, login page. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So let's
Thank you, sir.
okay. First of all, let's start with the login page. So to create a login page, meaning we are going down here inside our components folder. Just click there and click on file. Type there login .jsx. Then here I have refce. Okay. Then let's put here login. So our mission will be like this. We go first of all to our app here. Down here we can create a route. Okay, we create a route for our login. So it's going to be path/login. Okay, so if a login is pressed, we can call an element. Okay, that element will be login, but we need to import the login first of all, like this. So let me hope someone want to join us. Welcome, Samuel. So our mission is when we click, like if you go somewhere /forward login like this, when you click you want to see that login. So now it's loading, we wait. Yeah, we get this login. So last time we have created navigation in the footer, so we don't need to bother ourselves creating everything from 0. React JavaScript is all about reusability of the component. So that means we go into our login here. We need to implement what we have last time. So what was that? We have navigation. It's coming from the same component. We have navigation, then we have footer. So footer is also coming from there. Then between them here I will put my div. This div will have a width of 10 out of 12, margin dash automatic dash auto, like this. Then within this one I will have my first h1 or span. I can say here log in. Okay, the same thing I can put here. Text will be center, but first you should have a class name. Text dash center, font dash bold, to make it bold. or we can open it side by side. Let's open this here and then open this here. You can see here we have this beautiful top and bottom already there because we created it before. Then we can have the py property of 8, py property of 8 to give the space like this. Then down this one we can have our form, because login itself is a form. So the remove dot action out is a gone error. It's working with PHP. So here we can put our first of all div here. Then within this one we need only two things. One is the email, so you can have one more div here. This div will have a flex property. Item should we just just also have div. Inside this div we have a label which we can say here email, and then down the label we will have the input for that email. The type is going to be email, it's not text, and then it can have a name, a CNA class name, and then we can say first of all outline. I don't want the outline border. Outline, let me show you what's outline by the way. So we have this one, have input. Let's add here first of all placeholder. A placeholder is a text person can read direct inside the form input. So let's go here, please enter your email like this. Now you can see we have this email here, but you see this border here black, I don't like it. So what I can do to prevent it, I'll go to my class name here. I can just say here outline should be none like this. So if I click here I will not see that border. And next it has a border of -2, and then the color of the border is going to be gray -300. Let's see, good. Then it has a padding also, a padding of 2. Then the word here label which handle the word email should be on top. That means I have to make it flex. Then I can say flex direction is going to be column, to be on top. Now email goes on top. Then the input itself should have let's say this is a continuation class name. Okay, here for the input you can have the margin y, that is top and bottom. Margin should be 2, give a space. Then for our this one here we can give a name. Let's call this one is email. The reason why if you put email here, we need to add ID down here. If you add ID like this, then we put the word email, meaning if I just click, you don't need to put two elements at the same time. Now if I just click on this email here, automatically will open for me this one, and I will type something there. You see, that's why I put that ID. So we have this one. Then remain what? Someone is joining us, Brandon. Okay, good. So yeah, we can have this one remain password. So I will just go and copy this one and paste it within this and save here. And here instead of email I will make it password. But remember the password first letter is capital. Then I can even replace here, I can put password, type here is going to be password, because if you put type of text, whenever you type your password everyone will see. Now by putting type is password, you don't see what the number. If you change this one to text, let me say here type is text like this. When you start typing your password everyone can see, and we don't want this risk. So you make sure the type is going to be password like this, so that when we type something, then the placeholder here, please enter your password, not email. Password like this. Now if I remove it, you can see please enter your password, text is showing. Then we need one more button. So we just copy this text here, this entire div, and then we can pass it here. Then we can have a button. Let's say we are going to have a button. Let's also clear everything here. Good. It will have a button here. This button will say log in, and it will have the impact here of bg, no, cn first of all, bg of green dash 500, like this. It has a margin property p of 2, my of 2. It has to be rounded dash md to be curve. Good. The text should be bold, and the text itself should be 2xl. No, it's not 2xl. The text itself should be xl, like this. Then it has to be white, text dash white, like this. And then in the hover property, maybe we can change the background to green but 700, like this. Good. And then what else can we add? And then we sometimes have something, one line text down here which say let's put this one in this format. Let's use first the word link. Use the word link. It has to be imported from React router DOM. Okay, it's not sure, it's crashing the application. We need to import it from up here. So we are going to say import dash link. The reason I'm putting the square bracket, the curly brace, because I'm only getting this one. In the library of it, it has the same React router DOM, like this. It's loading. Let's see if it will crash or no. It's not crashing, that means it's okay. So first of all, we can have something here like this. Before this one, we have a span. Okay, inside this span we say already have an account. Then you have this one here. No, it's going to be doesn't have an account, doesn't, or do not. Okay, don't have an account. Okay, it's going to be like don't have an account. Then in this link we'll say create account, like this. Meaning if I click on this one to go, but our mission is how we can position them. So let me say this one is link, and it will have the to property. For this case, it's going to move to register like this. But we have to position this one very well so that it can function. So both of them are different things. So let's take it like this way. Put them in a one div only, and then paste them there. Then control this div by giving them a row position like this, flex, and then we try to put everything. Items will be in the center, and then the text for this link, we shall add a CMA here. That's class name. Text first of all should be green as usual, 500, the basic color we are using. And then we can give a margin of left 2 to create that space. So we have this option here, don't have an account. When I click on this one, immediately it will take me to this one here. Then we are going to add here the same thing, don't have an account, log in, so that you can vice versa, taking us there and returning us there. So let's go first of all let's get back here and see the condition. So everything is okay. 1 2 3. So we are going to condition this into 2 1. No, we are going just to make this one the width of this one will reduce, just it's going to be in the center instead of try to put that button different, this one different, because there is no many element here. So let's say we'll try to work on the width of this one. First of all, let's give a space here. From here let's give a space. So let's get back. This one has nothing to do with the phone, it's just good there already. Just we can do here, give a space. So this div itself here, we can have a py property of 4 to separate it. Good. And then with the phone there's no problem, then we will just only work on the medium devices. So we are going to go all the way up here, up to this div here, because this one is like the upper range. So here we can say when we reach in the medium screen, we can say the width of this one should be a half only, just 1 out of 5. The margin should be automatic like this. So we go and check. Let's go back to the medium screen. This a half. Okay, we are not going to use this one. We are going to use a percentage. Okay, let's say percentage. We will always take the 60% of the screen instead of taking 1 out of 5. So here width we shall take in percentage. We are going to say we'll take only 60% of the screen, and then margin should be automatic like this. Is 60%, that means 20 20 40 like this. Yeah, this one is logic. But when we go to our phone, everything works perfect. Yes, loading, and then everything is just good. Okay, then if you go back, control shift I, if I click now on my don't have an account, then I want to create. So down here also I will indicate something, already have an account, log in. So I will go first of all to register. So let me go to register and see where we can add that one. I think down the button, here is the button and here is the end. So here I will put this if statement here in the span. First of all, you can say here have an account, just like this, question mark. I'll add my link here. It has a to property. It's going to take us to log in as a beginner. We have to import this one on top, coming from React router DOM. So here import dash link from React router DOM. Now it's going to load. It's loading perfectly. So we have this one here, don't have an account. Then within our link here, you can just click here, don't have an account, log in, something like this. Then we can just cn this one, cn. Text also should be green dash 500, the basic color we are using. Good. And then this and this, it has to be in one div so that we can control it well. Dash, using this div we can paste this one, so we can try to put them into the row by apply the flex class. And then we can say items in the center, which is good. And then where we have the span or class name, the one which is available here, it's available on the in the link. So we go to the link here. In the link you can just say margin left. should be 2, like this. Now if you click on this link here, login, it will take us to login page. You see, if you click on create account, take us to create account. If you go back and expand everything, you can see everything is real and our loading is working perfectly. So I think here nobody have any complaint. Okay, everything works fine. Anyone with a complaint? Hello, any complaint? Oshodi, Lawal, we have Kalistas, Brandon. Anyone have question up to this level?
No, sir.
Very good. So if that is the case, we are ending here. Okay, today we have worked on registration page. This one here, we add this nice registration form, we even add login, and then the main one, we work on this loading animation here. So 3 at once, so we don't need to add more things. So here, this is how we can go and continue to develop the other part, like features. Okay, features, community, blog, and pricing. It's very easy to develop them, assuming you want to develop this feature. So just go to your Visual Code. Okay, this is the first. Let's close everything here. So this is your Visual Code, and this is your component. So you want to create for the feature. Good, just click on this component, click on this file here, type here features.jsx, then refce, like this. Let's put this one features, like this. Now to make this one work, when you click on that feature, let's first of all get back here, like this, and then let me open my project running here with the right hand side, Visual Code, everything. So we have this feature. To make sure that we are running on the feature, let me make this one 100%. Okay, like this. So to click on the feature, so that we get this feature up here, so we go and click and create these routes. So we have it already there in our navigation, so we are only heading into the apps.jsx. we are not going anywhere. App.jsx is here. Good. So we need to create a route for that one. So we just go down here, we create a route, like this route, press enter, put a path here is done for the way or direction. If you go to features like this, we trigger the element. This element will be features from the component, like this. So we see there's error, the roots and the routes, they just collide somewhere. Let's see. After roots, close this one. We need to close this one back, like this. Now everything seems to be okay and it's loading. You see, now I'm already there. This one is easily live. Just click on feature, takes you to the feature. Now we have last time created our navigation and the footer. So for us to use this one, to reuse it is easy. Just go to your features here. There you just bring your navigation there. Navigation, like this. It's coming from /navigation. Bring your footer. Bring your footer like this. Close it back. Save. No, like this. But remember, this one is not this format. Just it's a one self close. Okay, like this. So now you see we have everything there. So down here you will just add your, make sure you add your okay, I think my language changed to English, supposed to be in French. let me check my English language here. It's in Arabic, that's why. Okay, alt shift, it's alt shift English French. Okay, so here put dot. No, it's not English French. Okay, like this dot. You have your div, and in the div you just customize the width. The first thing you can do here, width should be 10 out of 12 because we customize this one from the beginning, and make sure the margin is going to be automatic m-auto like this. Then here you can add anything you want to add like this. You are ready to go. If you can see from here, you see whatever I put here is already there. So if I want to give a space between them, is very easy. So I'll just add maybe my one div here and give a py property of 8 like the conventional way I'm using, or the same formula I'm using with the other pages. Then maybe I can add my h1 here. I can say here our features like this, you see. So if I want to make it bold, it's just easy. Like always try to practice, because you guys are just new to this type of CSS. It's very easy. We have py of 8 like this. If I want to make it bold, font dash bold, and so on. If I want to make it uppercase all, just type the word uppercase like this, change into capital letter. So this will be the part of feature. So the most important things we will be dealing now with, as we are going back, first of all we are going to create we are going to start with the backend part. Next lecture we'll try to first of all write the code, the logic code for the backend, then we'll come back and finish with the JavaScript from the front end. Okay, we shall have two devices communicating and connect them to work at once. So it's going to be easy, don't worry, that one is going to be okay. I know how I can explain it. We first start with this one, how we can send a message from here. A user can be able to write their complaint here and click send. Once they send this information, a person working here, has an engineer or whatever, IT, will go and click here. The person is going to log in with his email and the password. Click on, he will be taken to the dashboard, whereby he can see the messages all. And the person here, the idea also behind what we are trying to create, it is possible for him to create a blogs like this news here. You can see this news like what we have down here. He can be able to create the news. You don't need to make hard coded, it's going to be dynamic. He can create news, he can delete, he can edit the news, and then also he can post anything he want. Just like most of the work will be in the dashboard. So the first thing we are going to do, they are all easy. The part in the front is going to be easy. Now we need to go and write the source code for the backend. I think 2 lectures for the backend will be fine. Then the rest will come back to front end and finalize everything, because I want to teach you guys how to authenticate someone with the password and the email here. You create your own account, you save him to the data. Anyone can put his wrong password, will not work with him, but for you it will go. We shall add some more animated option here, and that's all. So for today I think we will just end here, so that doesn't create more confusion. Work on this part. We are skipping the front end for 2 lectures. Next time we are going to deal with the backend, and then later on we will come back. Like we are going to finish everything, so you guys can be a full stack. You can be able to build anything you imagine. Okay, the CSS is going to be okay with you guys at the end of the lecture. So if anyone have question, please ask me there before I go off. The video will be uploaded maybe tomorrow, because I will be traveling this night to the place. So yesterday we have a very big earthquake here. It kills a lot of people, almost 800. So we are evacuating from the site where we are currently. So If someone have a question, please let me know.
No, sir.
Thank you. How about you, Brandon? Brandon, any question? Yes or no? Okay, Brandon, fine. So the uploaded video I will share with you guys in the group. Okay.